Good morning, happy Monday. Today I was going to be doing a video where I did a bit of legwork. I went out and, I don't know, did something down the street. But the weather is horrible, it's raining. But then, aside from that, I'm also sort of excited to do something with this. So I'm changing my plans. I'll be holding off on, I do still want to do that content that I mentioned, but I'll just sort of have to wait till the stars align a bit more. But yeah, today I'm going to stay indoors and I'm going to play around with my 3D pen that I got sent from these guys. So yeah. In fact, I've decided I'm not going to open it and have a look and read it now. I'm going to do that in the video. It'll be like a first impressions reaction, play around with the thing. So I've also changed my mind about the content. Originally I was going to do one video where I used all of this filament to make something really ridiculous and ambitious. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to do one video with just this and just the filament that comes with that and play around, see what we can make, have a bit of a first impressions fun time with it. And at the end of the video, I'm going to bring out all the filament and say, now I have this stuff to work with, leave your comments, and the top comment, which is realistically doable, will be made in an epic art challenge. So I think that's a cool way to do it, because that way I can get used to the pen, you guys can see how it works, and then the suggestions can sort of be based around some sort of informed thing, and you guys can actually be involved in the process, which will be fun. Alrighty, I've settled on my final filming setup, and it's a little bit complicated. So I have a webcam here, this is my C930E, which is filming sort of the close-up shots, which is actually recording on the Wacom Cintiq Companion 2. So I have that on the side there, so I can move this around and get some close-up shots of whatever I'm working on. Then I have my main webcam up here, which is filming, that's my C920 on my main PC, which is in front of me, so I can see what the main shot looks like. And then I have a miscellaneous shot over here on my DSLR, which is gonna sort of capture the whole scene, sort of like that, which is going to be nice to break to every now and then when I want to sort of show both in one shot. So that's all set up. I'm just going to hit record on all three of these at once and have a go. Wish me luck. I literally just hit record on all of the cameras and it's raining so heavy outside I can't start yet. I have to wait for the rain sound to just chill out. Otherwise all the mic is going to pick up is the rain. Goddamn Victorian weather is so random. It's ridiculous. Alright, I've finished my recording. I have this thing out because in the video I actually used the 3D pen to repair my drone, which actually worked really well and was good fun. Otherwise I've left a bit of mess and I made a few other things which I'll show on the video, and this is all that's left of the sample filament, so I have none of that left, but fortunately I have 7 massive boxes of filament for another video. I wanted to first learn how to use the thing, and I thought that could be a cool enough video in its own right, because to learn how to use it and then make an epic thing all in one day and in one video is too much work for one day, and I need to at least have roughly one work day equate to one video. I just popped into the VR studio to put the tablet back, because I use that when I do VR filming, and two things struck me. One, this room smells like virtual reality. Like, you know how your brain adapts this thing where like music or sound or whatever, smell, trigger memory? Every time I walk into this room, it smells like virtual reality. And then the other thing that struck me is if I ever have to organize or clean up these plugs, I will be not happy about that. So I'm just gonna turn it off like a light switch. I've made good progress on the edit. I've done a rough cut of all of the spoken bits and all of the bits where it will have a time lapse. I haven't yet time lapsed or added the voice, but I'll get to that either tomorrow or the day after. As you can see, I actually have 2 camera angles, and the top camera angle I have in a subsequence so that I can edit it normally, but I made it smaller within the sequence so that when I choose where I keep it, I can just delete where it isn't and then resize it within the sequence to be full screen, and then it will be Like, I don't know, it's just an easier way of cutting both clips at once without having to make one invisible and then the other one visible and try and figure out what goes where. Question of the day comes from Rajav Krishna, who says, Jazza, can you please explain your multi-monitor setup? Okay, I have 3 monitors, 1, 2, 3. This is my main monitor. I say main because, I don't know, the depth of the colors on the Cintiq is great for art, but as far as day-to-day email use and general stuff, I tend to prefer this monitor, which is just a standard whatever monitor. And then this is, of course, my Cintiq 27QHD, and these are my main 2 working monitors. So depending on what I'm working on, when I'm editing, I'm looking at this, and then all my side stuff, such as file organization and mixing and all that stuff, is over there. But when I do art and animation, that's my main monitor, and that's just miscellaneous stuff, browsers and, you know, chats and all that stuff. And then this little one is just a USB monitor, and I have it, as you can see here, it's just got Spotify, and that's what's mostly there. When I have streams, that's where I have half of the window for Twitch chat and the other half for notifications, for donations and subscriptions. It's just like a really useful getting crap out of the way monitor, which is really cool. So in particular, if I'm listening to stuff, or, you know, stuff I want present to access and change if I can think to or want to, but don't want present all the time clogging up my user interface. So that's my 3 monitor setup. So there you go, that's it for today. I'm done, time to pack up and head inside. But also don't forget that tomorrow is Tuesday, my time, and I'm streaming. So by the time this goes up, I'll be live around then, because I upload this video, the Monday video, on Tuesday morning my time. So during the stream, I'll put the details in the description. See you later. Introduced in the most recent update for Tilt Brush, which lets you create cubes or spheres or pill-shaped extract from fluids. Oh really? Is Daddy painting? And upload my final entry to the Sketchfab Zelda environment competition, completely lacked